Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And in this video, I want to show you guys my newly renovated mushroom farm. Ever since I ended up making my automatic sugarcane farm, I've gotten a lot of suggestions about how I can make my mushroom farm a little bit more automatic because, yeah, it's been updated quite a bit now. If you guys have my old version of this map, this entire mushroom farm is just flat, and you just kind of have to go around the entire room and get them all yourself. But now, when you press this here button, it brings up the entire hill with one giant set of pistons, and I'll show you that here in just a second. And then there's a row of pistons up there, which hold water back until you end up hitting that button, and they all stay up there. And then after a short while, the pistons, they go back down and block the water again. Now, this isn't totally perfect, but for the most part, it actually operates really quite well. But the water itself right now just doesn't stay up long enough, or it doesn't stay down here long enough, in order to actually make sure that all of the mushrooms get into this hole here. But with a little bit of tweaking, I'm sure that I could do it just fine. But I'm not too worried about it right now. So I'm going to show you guys the different components of how this works, just to sort of give you a better idea, because some of you might have some questions as to how I got this to work. But the main thing that I want to point out, because I'm sure a lot of you might be thinking it, I know for a fact that having the hill push up with the pistons like this, it's totally useless. It doesn't need to happen. The only thing that really needs to happen is that the water, or that this up here, the pistons up here, just need to fire, and that's it. And I'm well aware of that. I found that out the hard way after I built this entire thing, that the water was all that was needed. So the first thing that I'm going to show you guys isn't what's underneath here, but how the water flows the way it does. And with water, I intended on saving this little tip for my water tips and tricks video, but water physics change so much that I haven't found the time to do it yet. But when I place water on the ground here, as you can see, it will find the nearest drop down that is at least 8 blocks away, and it will flow towards it. So for example, if I place a block right here, since there isn't a hole within 8 blocks of it, it's going to spread out until, as you can see, the water flowing in that particular direction does have a drop down within 8 blocks. And if that doesn't happen at all, for example, like if I place a few more of these things down, it's going to spread out quite a bit further. Yeah, as you can see here. So that's the way water flows, and that's why that the water doesn't like flow off the side of the hill here and hit the wood where all of these ones are. So yeah. Alright, why don't I show you guys now how the backside of this machine works, how the big old buttocks of this machine works. Alright, and I need to be sure to replace this so water doesn't come flowing down here. So essentially what happens is when you hit the button that's up here, up on this little block right here, it sends a redstone signal all the way down this way, and it just powers a whole giant set of repeaters which power a bunch of pistons. Now, let me try and explain something to you guys about how redstone works. Now, I'm not going to try and explain it for the entire thing because this works the same with every single piston. So when the redstone line comes here and redstone power, for example, hits a piece of redstone before a repeater, the redstone will go into the repeater. The repeater will actually power this block, which can actually provide power to this piston right here. So for example, when I hit this up right here, as you can see, all of these pistons go up and they stay up, and it's because of this repeater right here. This repeater powers this block, which powers this piston and this piston right here. So one set of redstone, or I should say one repeater, will actually power that. It's kind of a mouthful to explain, but yeah. So one line powers 2 pistons. Yeah. And I have a feeling that all of the mushrooms that are up there now that were on top of the wood are all going to be knocked off because I kept the line on for way too long. But anyways, so the redstone line follows up to the second floor here, which essentially does the exact same thing. And then it follows up to the third floor here, where once again, it does the exact same thing. And like I said, it's timed in such a fashion where they're all going to fire at the exact same time. And the way I did that was when the redstone current comes in, it comes into this wire. This repeater has 2 ticks. This one has 1 tick, and then there's one at the end here that has 1 tick. So yeah, I did that on every floor as well. So 2 ticks, 1 tick, and then there's a repeater at the end that has 1 tick. So now, why don't I show you guys how the top of this sucker works. aka where the water shows up. So what happens here is a redstone line comes all the way up here when all of the pistons down there are fired. And by default, these pistons right here are actually fired because they have to block the water that's below here. Why don't I show you guys here? Yeah, see there's water right here and it needs to be blocked. So I'll replace that. So when a redstone current comes in here, I'll go ahead and knock this out. What ends up happening is this loses power. What happens is redstone current travels down this line here, and then it drops power from all of these up here. And then as you can see, after a short amount of time, it follows a whole ton of repeaters until it gets to the very end here, and it resupplies power to this top line here. And it causes all of those pistons to detract, or causes them to re-extend, therefore blocking the water again. So that's pretty much how the entire machine works. Why don't I go ahead and head back to it here. Oh, this is another thing that I did. I kind of renovated this whole hallway to the cave system because, I don't know, I just felt it kind of annoying that it was just a straight shot with nothing but stone and cobblestone. I don't know, it just kind of bugged me because this area still feels like a part of the house. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's head back here. And it is raining hard outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Probably not, though. But anyway, so I'll head back down here, and yep, just as I suspected, all of the, quite a few of the mushrooms that are on the side, if not all of them actually, ended up getting knocked off. So yeah, why don't I go ahead and replace these. But as I said before, if you want to check out this world for yourself, or at least the updated version of my peaceful map, you can go ahead and do that. The link will be in the description, and as always, it's going to be on my channel page as well, where the little button that says my peaceful map, you can download it there as well. That will be the updated version. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this particular video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.